When is the next Clash of Clans update? Let's talk about it. What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're going to be speculating about when the next Clash of Clans update will be and what might be in this update. We're going to look at some historical data, some interviews, and I'm going to take my best guess to try to figure out when the next update is, because it seems like you guys have been super curious as well. I've seen a lot of comments on streams, I've seen a lot of comments in the comment section, so I'm going to take my best guess. We're going to break it down and try to figure out when is that next update and what's it going to be. So if you guys are pumped up for it, don't forget to leave a like in the video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications. That way, whenever we get any update information, you guys won't miss it. Make sure you have all those notifications on. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And before we get started, guys, I just want to be really clear. This is all speculation. This is just me taking my best guess. I don't know anything for sure. I'm just guessing based on the data that we've seen and we will see in this video. So I want to start on the Clash of Clans website. If we take a look here at release notes and all that kind of stuff, our last update was at the end of June, and this was kind of referenced, and we'll show this clip with Darian in this interview I had with him, where he kind of hinted it would be at the end of the second quarter, which is the end of June. If you guys remember, we got the new super troops, we got the Inferno Dragon and the Super Witch, we got the brand new Headhunter, some quality of life changes in there, like the new Friendly Challenge armies, a lot of cool stuff in this army. And remember, if we go to this interview, so back in mid-June, I interviewed Darian, who's one of the community managers for the Clash of Clans team, and we talked about like update schedules, and he had this to say about like timing, and I think this can kind of hint towards when we should expect our next update in Clash. Let's go ahead and play this clip. Speaking of the time thing, that tweet mentioned Q2 update. How many updates do you guys generally shoot for in a year, would you say?
So it's over the last couple of years, we've tried to make our updates a bit more predictable timing wise. We've traditionally had 4 updates a year for the last couple of years.
So right there, we see Darian referencing Q2 update and how they want to do 4 updates a season. And look what he has to say about Q2.
Q2 is what? Usually April, May, and June. So what month are we?
We're in June. So in that interview, Darian made it really clear that the end of Q2 was June and that the update should be out before that. That's at least my takeaway. And that's what we saw, is we saw an update right before the end of June. Right before July, we saw that summer update come out. Now, one random thing we did get here is we did get that Super Archer update a little bit earlier this month, but that, I don't think that was an update. I think that was just, hey, we're ready for Super Archers. Here's the Super Archer. If you remember in the Rock On Party King trailer, there was like hints of a Super Archer, and then just a few weeks later, we got the Super Archers in game. But I don't think that counts as an update. I think that's just, hey, the team's ready to roll out the Super Archer. It's kind of been leaked around. It's kind of been teased. Let's just roll it out, because there was no sneak peeks. It was just, here's the Super Archer, guys, enjoy.
But we need to basically sit down and plan that out. And we do have a major update planned this year.
So right there, Darian hints that there's a major update coming this year. However, I don't think this is it. If we see a September update, traditionally it's not a major update. And if we take a look, this is again from clashofclans.com. If we take a look here, we got September balancing update right here. And if we take a look at these notes, it's usually like, you know, balancing out troops, literally just balancing out troops and stuff. But we did have the other update in October, which was a little bit different, where we had, you know, finding better clans, better clan recruitment, and a temporary troop of the Royal Ghosts in October. So, you know, maybe the October update is a little bit more, which that would be interesting to see here. And if we take a look around the same time period in 2018, we had that June update and then an October update here, and then an end of the year update here. So it seems like kind of the September, October updates are kind of like one and the same here. So we might not see an update till October. And this one, it seems like it had quite a bit of different stuff in it with the League medals, the magic items. Like, remember the magic hammers? Those were pretty big. The new tornado trap. So there's a lot of new stuff in there. Remember, we got the brand new goblin maps in 2018, how excited people were. Can we have more goblin maps? I would be pumped for it. But this one also threw in the general balancing as well. in there. So, you know, sometimes we see those updates kind of come in together where September and October kind of merges into one, but traditionally speaking, September has been more of a balancing update, and then October we get more content. Will we see these two kind of merge together this time? We'll have to wait and see, but we see right here, we got a few things kind of leaked here, or not leaked, but teased in 2017. So we had the June update again, end of June, and then towards the end of September, we're talking about dropship and cannon cart, so builder base, new levels on the home village, which is most likely going to be balancing stuff, which is exactly what we see here. Imagine, you guys remember when all this stuff came out, the new balancing stuff? Oh, it's so crazy to think about. But again, we see kind of like that balance max or put together with the main update here. So I don't know that we'll see two separate updates, but we might see two separate updates. But I would not get my hopes up until like October, just based on what I'm seeing here, guys. Usually like October, late September, early October seems to be about the time for these updates. And I know Darian's kind of, you know, 4 updates a year, but if we look at this schedule, kind of talking about what I was talking about earlier, again, we have the June update here, June 29th right there, October, December 10th, that's 2018. If we go back and we look here at 2019, we had September, October, and then December, and I think if we go here, it goes to the June update, right? So optional update there. We didn't even get a June update in 2019. Interesting. So it's kind of hard to read here, guys. It's kind of hard to read what might happen. Lost and Crowned wasn't an update. That was something separate. I think we could see like a balance change, or we could potentially see like one big update. Darian did hint at we're still in store for one big update remaining this year. I don't see that happening now, just based on like what I've seen in past updates. If we go look, December 2018 was pretty big update, if I remember right. Ice Golem, Bat Spell, Stone Slammer. So there's a lot of big stuff in there. So if I had to guess, I would say like early to mid October, based on what I've seen. Maybe even closer mid October. And I wouldn't expect it to be like the big update, because remember, like last year we had the big update, Town Hall 13. I'm not saying we're going to get a new Town Hall level this year, but I just don't see this one being the quote-unquote remaining big update for this year. So again, this is all speculation. This is just all me guessing and trying to feel the fires of updates, because I'm ready for an update. I know you guys are. If I take a look at my base, man, like I'm maxed here. I got nothing to do, and if we see balancing changes, maybe we could see a few more walls. What do we have, like 100 walls left? Maybe we could see 50 more walls left or released, just so I have some walls to do. Yeah, we have 100 left, so even if we just get 50 more walls, oh man, I would love to have a fully maxed out base. But there we have it, guys. I know a lot of speculation here. What are your guys' thoughts? When do you think the update will come out? What do you think? I think a big factor in here that we haven't really taken into account, and I want to show this clip real quick. Did you mention that potentially you want a super troop version of every troop in the game at some point?
Not necessarily want. There may come a point where there may be a super troop version of each troop. There may be multiple variants of super troops for some troops.
Ooh.
So, like, for example, and I'm just saying this as a hypothetical example and not something that's coming. Let's say for the wizard, like one super troop could be the ice wizard. Another super troop could be electro wizard.
So I guess the question is, could we see another super troop in the near future, whether it be this update or the next update? I mean, we just randomly got the super archer. I've seen some things going around the community, things being said on my streams and videos. I'm not going to fuel into that, but could we possibly see some more super troops? I feel like what we're gearing up for, just based on what he said there about, you know, possibly variations of troops, you know, where we could possibly have, you know, the regular wizard, an ice wizard, electro wizard. We could really get to the point where we could see 12, 16, even 20 super troops at some point in the game. So will that factor in, and will we see more super troops just kind of each update? I don't know. I would love to see more super troops. I enjoy having the super troops, and I would even enjoy like seeing a little bit of a revamp to the system where, you know, we have a 7-day cooldown, because I hate having the 7-day cooldown on like my super wall breakers. My attacks literally go down when I don't have super wall breakers. I don't know. Super Wall Breaker is the skill gap there. It closes that skill gap. It makes it a lot easier to attack. That's a whole different rant for a whole different story. But I guess we'll have to wait and see when this update comes out. Would we see like a combined update with the balancing changes, or balancing changes and something new coming to the game? We'll have to wait and see, because you never know, guys. You never know. Again, this video, 100% speculation. I think we'll see an update, whether it be late September, early mid-October, somewhere in that range. You know, given that like kind of 2-week, 3-week range right in there should be our next update. What it'll be, I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of balancing in there, and based on what's going on in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some kind of balance to like the lightning spells. I know I've seen a lot of feedback about that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video. Again, 100% speculation, guys. I don't know. As soon as I do know anything, I'll let you guys know. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you have those notifications on. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing. Wow, you watched that whole video? Here's another video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and here's a playlist of similar videos.